Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Jason with Western Moto Saddle Hunters. A while back I made it short about a two tether climbing idea that I have. It's kind of like a tree walking type system. You use 2 foot loops and 2 prusik loops to attach to the tethers. That way with 2 bridges you're always tied off to them. Let's see, the system here on my left hand side, or my right hand side, sorry, yeah, it'd be your left. My right hand side is the 2 tether idea I had. These knots are not mine. I didn't come up with them. Borrowed them from other people's channels. I have the do better tether idea that's tying it to the tree, and then I have on this system I have the WLR hitches from Wildline Ropes as my friction hitches for my bridges, and then friction hitches for foot loops with long loops in the bottom, and then rubber hose to kind of cushion where your feet are. The system on my left, your right, is my 40-foot rappel rope that I use for my hitch climbing. Now on this system I have JRB's 523 hitches for my foot loops, with webbing for the foot loops, and then the 2 friction hitches for my bridges. The only difference on that rope is I have the better tether idea to attach my rope to the tree. So on this side is the side I'm going to climb on. This is the idea that I had. Just that idea is combining a rappel rope to get down instead of climbing back down with the tethers. This gives you the ability to stay tied in at all times, place for your feet, and with the help of a lineman's belt, which all of us as saddle hunters should have, that gives us an extra stability to tie in to bypass the limbs. So I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna bypass the limbs, and then I'll reverse the system and come back down just to show you guys how it works. So basically here I'm gonna hook up I want my top tether to be on my top bridge. So I'm going to hook it to my main bridge. I'm going to slide that up until I got tension. Now, as far as where these sit, if you guys build one of these systems, you'll just have to play with it to get the distances right for you. And I'll hook my bottom bridge to the bottom tether, and I'll slide it up and tension it till it's pulling up on my saddle. And then I can transfer into the foot loops. Now this isn't about speed. It's a very comfortable system. It gives you a real good peace of mind knowing that you're tied on. I will mention that these WLR hitches that are what I call a fast hitch. They don't really put a bend in the rope to kind of break it, slow it down. They don't take much to move. I can put 2 fingers on it and just kind of put pressure, and it starts creeping. Now if I was to like happen to grab it, and I grabbed the top of it, and I panicked and I just kept squeezing, it's going to fall fast. But that's the good thing about having this. It backs you up, gives you more security. And when I step up, I just want to adjust these so that they're set. And this is about where I want everything. So I'm just gonna step in to my bottom tether. I can remove my foot from that one. If I have to, I can break the hitch on it. Put slack in the rope. Advance it up. Find my foot loop. Put tension back on that. Now, to move the bottom one, it helps to put your knee against the tree, because if you don't, and if you guys feel that this is too far away, like I said, play with it, adjust it, set it wherever you can get to things comfortably if something goes wrong. But back to this, I'm just going to set with my weight on the hitch, my foot and the foot loop on the top tether, so it holds this rope out at an angle. Because if I was to stand up and try to move this bottom tether, it puts this rope against the trunk, which then traps it. Makes it harder to move. So I'm just going to adjust that up to that height right there. I'm just going to put my knee on the tree. And just kind of find a stable spot, relax, loosen this up. Like I said, if you got to break that hitch, get this rope up as high as you can get it. Now I have a knot right here, so it kind of keeps my rope separated. Otherwise, I can move them closer together. So, now, the way I'm set right now, I'm not going to gain much travel. So, probably what I would need to do is move my foot loops up. So then that way I can get more height when I stand up. Like I said, you just got to play around with the system. But if you got to adjust it while you're in the tree, I mean, it's super simple to adjust. When you stand up and just repeat it over again. Now here's where I come to the limb. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide my top tether all the way to the bottom of that limb. I'll find my foot loop, slip back in it. I'm going to hold myself out and I'm going to move the bottom tether up. Now what I did was put myself in position to be able to transition around the limb when I stand up again. So that puts me up here so the limb is here at my face. Now to do that comfortably, I'm just going to take my lineman loop or my lineman belt, put it on. I'm just going to adjust it. It is nice to have a belt with a hitch or some device that makes it one-hand operational. Even if you're climbing sticks, it's just a smart thing to do. So this gives me the ability to step out of that rope, stay standing on my bottom tether, and undo this top one. And move it up. So I'm going to advance it up there and set it. Get my foot loop where I can get my foot in it. Move my bridge up and just loosen my lineman belt. Now I've safely made that transfer. Now, I don't need the lineman's belt to move the bottom tether. So I'll just take it off, take my foot out of the bottom rope. I'm going to do the same thing I did with the top one. Just undo the better tether idea. And I like this. It's extremely stable. And it has no metal for a clip to hold it to the rope so you're not banging around metal. And just move it up. Tie it off. Put that rope where I want it. On my foot loop. Now I can just stand back up. So I get myself in a comfortable spot. Advance my top one up. Step back. My stuff stable. And just continue to move on up the tree. Now, I'm not going to go much higher. So, as you can see, I'm not moving quick. I'm sitting here, I'm comfortable, I don't feel like I'm going to fall. Just play around with the system if you make it. If you guys want to see me tie the system, leave a comment. I'll break one of these down and I'll go over tying it. But basically you can look up wildline ropes, find the WLR hitch and how to tie it. You can go to Do Better's channel and look for the better tether idea and learn how to tie that too. Use ropes that come from climbing companies that are rated for climbing. Use friction hitch material that is rated for climbing. At the end of the day, it's about safety. We want to go home. Our loved ones want us to come home. So just be safe. Use your head. Be smart. Don't rush through things. Basically, at this point, if I was at hunting height, I could attach my platform. I could transfer to my platform. And I don't even have to come off of this because I'm already tethered to the tree. With this system, I'm going to climb back down it with the tree. With the rappel system, I'm obviously going to rappel back to the ground using a figure 8 or a Munter friction hitch on a carabiner. But if you're going to do that, go to JRB Tree climbing and saddle hunting. Learn how to tie some of the knots that he has. The guy has really awesome material. Those 523 hitches work slick. They hold great. Learn how to tie the Super Maverick hitch so that you'll have a hitch that you can put a pull down rope on, and once you get to the ground you can pull the pull down rope, explode the hitch, pull the rope out of the tree. Because basically if you left it on the better tether idea, then you would have to try to pull the rope and all the friction hitches back through the better tether idea. It could get hung up and then it would just cause you all kinds of headaches. So With that, I'm going to climb back down this tree. So basically, to come down, I'm just going to put my knee against the tree. I'm going to move my bottom one down. You don't want to go like super far, because then you stretch out your step, stretch out your ability to reach the top one. And I'm sorry my back's to you guys, it's just the way the tree is. But you're just going to move the bottom one down, move the top one down, and just repeat the whole system in reverse. So when I get to the limbs that I had to bypass, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move the bottom tether down close to the limbs, and then I'm going to move the top one down, but I don't want to move it down so far that I'm sitting on top of the bottom one. I want to leave room, so I've got room to undo all this. Now, same thing with going up. When I have to bypass the limb going down, I'm going to do what I did in reverse to get around it. So I'm going to put my weight on the top tether, hold my knee against the tree, hold that rope out away from there. And I'm just going to, you may have to break your friction hitch to give you some slack. And I'm just going to undo the better tether on the bottom one. I'm going to put it down below the branches that I bypassed. And when I hook it back on the tree, what I want to do is I want to leave room between my bottom tether and the branch, so I have a place to move my top tether to without this being in the way. And I mean, the good thing about this system is if you had to, you could completely bypass the top tether around the bottom tether, and then it becomes your bottom tether. It's not going to be like super crucial. But so then once I get the bottom rope down, I'm going to take my alignment belt again, because I want to be stable, I want to be sturdy, I want to be safe. I'm just going to stand up, pull myself to the tree, get all my weight on the bottom one, unload the top one. Like I said, you may have to break that hitch. And then move it down just like I did with the bottom tether. I'm just going to find my foothold again, adjust my friction hitch, break my lineman's belt, sit down against the tree. Now I'm ready to continue down. And just take your time. It's not a race. Especially if you make the system and you're testing it out, you know. You're just going to get yourself down to a point that you feel comfortable getting out of the system So there you guys have it. My two tether idea. You see how that bottom one fell down? This do better tether idea. It's super easy to shake the rope and make it come down. There is a way to tie it so that it becomes like a prusik hitch. You just run it back through itself. This will hold it, keep it from slipping out. But you know, climb on it the way you feel comfortable, and don't do anything that you don't feel comfortable with. But that helps it bite so it doesn't just shake loose and fall down the tree. I mean, you can get it to come down, but it holds it a little better. Anyway, if you guys like that, just leave a comment at the bottom. Let me know what you think. If there's anything you think I need to change, let me know. Like I said, if you want to see me tie it, just leave a comment. I'll break one of these down. I'll show you how to tie it. But other than that, thanks for watching. God bless y'all, and happy practicing and safe hunting.